Welcome to Act On It's Get Out Scratch performance. Act On It is a social enterprise that uses drama-based activity to build skills and knowledge and to improve the social inclusion and well-being of the people that take part in our work. The Get Out project has been funded by Arts Council England. Aims. The project's aim was to give a voice to marginalised young people, and specifically young people excluded from mainstream education. It built on the positive working relationship that Act On It has had with College Central and the 14 to 16-year-olds that access their services for many years. College Central is part of the Sabden Multi-Academy Trust, the pupil referral unit for East Sussex. We saw this project as developing a new platform to share the lives and experiences of these young people, a process that would give them a greater feeling of inclusion in their community and more self-worth. We also aimed to broaden access and give young people who do not usually participate in arts activity a new opportunity to take part in quality arts provision and make their own contribution to a new piece of writing, leading to the development of new skills and greater confidence. We made a conscious decision to include creative practitioners in the project that had lived experience of the social issues faced by our participants. The project was also an opportunity for Act On It to develop as an organisation and to develop the artistic quality of its creative output. We've worked for excluded young people for a long time and used drama in our process. This time, the aim was to create a quality outcome. Theme. The theme of the project was to show the real people behind the images, statistics and stories of excluded teenagers, to capture their authentic voice. Creative output. This is the first stage of the project, culminating in a scratch performance, a first informal performance of the material created. The impact of COVID-19 and the lockdown only added an urgency to the project and a greater need to remain connected with and invested in marginalised young people. This quote from Moira Sinclair, CEO of the Paul Hamlin Foundation, beautifully summed up our position. We stand in solidarity with all of those fighting to end inequality and injustice. COVID-19 has exposed existing inequalities in our society vividly and urgently, and it has created new ones. We recognise that it is only through speaking out, addressing the power imbalances inherent in our work and holding ourselves to account that we can begin to move towards our vision of a just and equal society in which everyone, especially young people, can realise their full potential and enjoy fulfilling and creative lives. Part 2. The scratch performance of the Get Out monologues.
I might not say a lot, but I'm always listening. I take it all in. That's what my mum used to tell her friends when I was little. I used to live at home with my mum, my dad and my sister, and my dogs. One of my dogs used to sleep in the gap where there was a kitchen cupboard missing. The other slept in a bread crate that my dad got from a delivery man at work. Have you ever looked around your house and wondered what you'd take with you if you left? I like the little glasses we had. We never used them, but they were nice. They were different colours and they felt strange. I thought I would keep them with me forever. My dad said they were for whiskey, but I didn't believe him. He used to say all sorts of mad things. He once said that my mum was behind a bush having a wee in this picture we had of the countryside. The picture was on our table mats. I believed him because when he said it, my mum laughed. She laughed. he told jokes. That's when they weren't fighting.
I used to like the idea of living in the countryside. I imagined sitting on a fence with a pony looking at me. I would hold some flowers and the pony would be calm when I was there because it knew I was a good person. I once stole a newsletter thing from a church that was in the middle of nowhere in the countryside. My friend I was with said you had to put money in the box, but there was no one there to see. So I took it, because I didn't know about boxes like that. Later, I heard someone talk about an honesty box. Then I felt bad that I wasn't honest. I'm not, though. I tell lies. I tell lies because I've always told lies. It's what my family do. And they break glasses. My sister was worse than me. Her boyfriend went to prison. That meant I couldn't charge him money for coming into our house when she was babysitting me, because he got locked up. I went to see him in prison. We went on the bus, and I had to promise not to tell anyone because my sister said she'd batter me if I did. I took him a Mars bar. You could take food to that prison. I had to have my name on a visiting order form thing. I felt really important. What else do I wish I still had? Nothing, really. Maybe my spotty dress. But not really, because it makes me sad when I think about the wardrobe it was in that house we used to live in. I cried when we left there. But I'm not sure why. I don't really miss that dress. It made me itch. And I miss the door with holes in. That's the door that went from the garage to the kitchen. The one with the big garden fork holes in, from when my dad was trying to kill my mum. Screaming. Loads of screaming. And the door breaking and the wood splitting. And my mum screaming really loud and shouting at us to get upstairs. I used to hide in that wardrobe. The one with the spotty dress. I don't miss the screaming.
Imagine painting a picture all over your life. Each brushstroke changing the colours. Change the anger and the tears, the fights and the fears. Paint someone new. A new you.
Why should I bother? Because what else do you do? Give up? I sometimes think about giving up. I let myself down all the time, so why not just give up? I know inside that when I get things right, it feels good. It feels good if someone says what you did was good. It feels good.
You'll never make anything out of your life. You will amount to nothing. You're totally unemployable. Outside now. Get out. You're just like... You will never make anything of your life. Do you hear me? Yes, I heard them. I heard them all the time. You are so stupid. Are you completely thick? Get out of the way. Get out of here. Get out. Get out. Get out. I was never in. I was always out. I don't belong and I never have. I look into the life I'm walking through. I was invisible for a lot of the time.
I need a sweet. I get excited when I get some sweets, or even better, when I find a sweet. When I find a forgotten sweet, then I smile on the inside too, and I feel good. I don't want you to give me a sweet. I want to find a sweet, my forgotten sweet. Then I can carry on. I was waiting for the bus one day, stood in the rain. I was wearing my purple coat. It had a hood, I put it up. It was raining hard. My purple coat had pockets. I put my hands in, it was cold. I could feel the rain going through my coat, all the way through. I knew my purple coat made everything purple when it rained. I'd been shouted at about it before. My top was white, not anymore. Would it be pink or purple? A bus went past. It was full. Too full for me. No space for me. The water from the wheels came up in slow motion. It made my coat, my purple coat, even wetter. I cowered further into my coat. My fingers picked at the rip in the lining. I put my hand into the lining, through the hole in the pocket. I didn't care that my coat was ripping more. I found a sweet. Carry on. Do your best. Keep smiling. Be nice. It's not their fault it's raining. It's not their fault it hurts. It's not their fault they don't really listen. Carry on. Do your best. Keep smiling. Don't give up. Keep looking for lost sweets.
While permanent exclusion is a rare event, an average of 40 children and young people are still excluded every day. A further average of 2,000 pupils are excluded for a fixed period each day.
Don't be so smug. Just because it's the words you like to use, just because you understand, you're no better than the rest of them. And you tell people we matter. People like us matter. Not to you if you're honest. You like thinking you're better than me. Why is that? Is that your authentic voice? That patronising, calm, really annoying voice I had to listen to all my life. That's the voice you try to use when you end up yelling, "Get out!" That's when I know you've lost it. You don't like that. You don't like losing it, because then you're just like me. Your tone of voice changes when you lose it. You and me, the same. Your worst nightmare. To be like me. Brilliant. So here's a message from me to you. Get out of my face. Get out of my thoughts. Get out of my life.
Didn't you hear me? I told you to get out. What are you going to say now? Well, what tone of voice are you going to use now? I'm being calm. I have never sounded calmer. That's because I'm in control now. I am giving you a clear message. What exactly don't you understand? I'm smug now. How does it feel? Get out. If this leaf falls, let's think about that. If this leaf falls, the tree has no hope left. No one cares. The tree is dead. Let's plant another tree. Give up, move on, let it die. If this leaf falls, there is no hope.
If you saw a tree and it only had one leaf on, you'd know something was wrong, right? If you saw a tree that only had one leaf, you'd know it was hurting. Would you wonder why? Or would you shout at it for not having more leaves? The one leaf, the hope, the cry for help, the desperation, the dream. The one leaf, the hope. The leaves you can't see have fallen or not grown. They drown out the screams, the despair, and the tears. The leaves you can't see make this tree not like the others, not equal, not beautiful. You don't want this tree in your garden. I wash myself, I eat, I try. Every day, I try. But only one leaf shows. That's how you know I'm alive, right? What will I do if this leaf falls? What then?
If this leaf falls, let's think about that. If this leaf falls, the tree has no hope left. No one cares. The tree is dead. Let's plant another tree. Give up, move on, let it die. If this leaf falls, there is no hope. Those shoes aren't school uniform. Go and take that muck off your face. Wipe the smile off your face. Nobody's laughing. You think you're funny, do you?
Imagine painting a new picture all over your life. Each brushstroke changing the colours. Change the anger and tears, the fights and the fears. Draw someone new, a new you. Ask me to come in. See who I am. Let me come in. Let me belong.
Next steps. Our project next steps are developing the work to become a more fully realised script for performance. We are committed to more diverse voices being heard in new writing. We hope your next steps will be to take a look at our website and social media. Start to like and follow us and get in touch if you'd like to find out more or be involved. Act On It is always looking for new people and organisations to work with. If you've enjoyed the performances and would like your own copy of some Act On It monologues, brilliant! You can click on the link on the Act On It homepage to buy the Shouting Out monologues. You can buy a book or a Kindle version. The Kindle version has embedded links to performances of the work. The Get Out monologues are coming soon too. Some more info about Act On It. Act On It was founded in 2004 and works in the UK and overseas. Our mission is to be effective and use drama to build knowledge and skills and to communicate ideas. We want Act On It to be a happy place and to improve the social inclusion and well-being of the people that take part in our work. We work to capture marginalised groups' authentic voice in our creative output. Act On It is an optimistic social enterprise, and all proceeds are reinvested in the company's bold and pioneering work. We want to be good at what we do and nice along the way. We must take this opportunity to thank all those that made Get Out possible. Our funders, the young people we work with and all the staff and key workers that facilitated their participation, the performers, the organisations and individuals that generously shared their best practice, the creative practitioners that collaborated with us throughout the process, and the Act On It volunteers that generously gave their time to all aspects of this project. Thank you. And finally, thank you for watching.